Don't walk up the front steps, they say. They're cursed, they say. If you want to graduate on time, just don't do it. Even if you've never had a class in Morrill Hall, you still probably know about the legend surrounding its front steps. If you walk up them, then you won't graduate in 4 years. But did you also know that Morrill Hall is actually one of the oldest buildings on campus, and that many other buildings were actually modeled after it? Or that Boomer Lake was actually created as a result of a fire that burned down most of the building in 1914? Or that the building was almost never built in the first place because politicians were arguing over where Oklahoma's state capital should be? Most people don't. Built in 1906, Morrill Hall has a long and interesting history. It was built back when Oklahoma State was still Oklahoma Agricultural and Mechanical College, and it was named after Justin Morrill. At the time, there was a debate about where Oklahoma's future capital should reside, which resulted in a lack of funding for the construction of new buildings at public institutions. Angelo Scott had to go to Washington, D.C. to appeal to Congress to secure funding for the building. After doing so, construction began in January of 1906, and the building was completed by that October. It cost $78,000 to build, which would come out to more than $2 million today. On its 3 floors, it housed the administrative offices of the college, as well as several classrooms. 7 years after its construction, Morrill Hall was burned down, leaving only the exterior walls standing. Part of the reason that the fire was so destructive was because the firefighters ran out of water. As a result, a new fire training program was introduced at the college, and Boomer Lake was created as a necessary source of water. Morrill Hall was rebuilt in a little more than a year, and it reopened in September of 1915. Throughout its many decades at OSU, Morrill has housed many different departments, and it is currently home to the OSU English department. Though most people only remember it for its cursed front steps, Morrill Hall has a much greater legacy than that.